Mike, 27 male, girlfriend, 23 female, has a wildly different diet than me. I have an amazing relationship with my girlfriend. We currently live separately but are planning to eventually move in together. However, we have wildly different diets. I'm a larger, fit man who eats a relatively balanced diet always containing meat as a primary protein. My girlfriend is vegetarian and so I'm wondering how this might affect the relationship when we move in together. I love cooking but currently don't cook much for her likely because I'm not very experienced with vegetarian cooking. I know I can learn new recipe and substitute things to make dishes veg, but I'm wondering if anyone has advice for similar circumstances? I wouldn't say I'm concerned this is going to be a hurdle, more so just curious on others' experiences and advice. Wildly different. Just make one shared meal and cook some meat on the side. Add it to your plate and not to hers. Done. My husband and I will usually make shared sides, vegetables, potatoes, rice etc. And then just have with different proteins. He enjoys meat but will sometimes eat things like spaghetti bolognese made with vegan mince so he can eat shared meals. She's vegetarian. She eats everything you eat except for meat. The trick to this is to plan meals in such a way that you make the base, pasta, rice, broiled veg, whatever, then you prepare meat to put with or on top of yours but not hers. You should be able to learn everything you need to know from the vast amount of cooking tutorials online. If you want to do the cooking you can learn to master tofu and you'll find it a godsend that vegetarians eat eggs and cheese. Vegetarians aren't hard to cook for, vegans are. Vegetarian food is just food minus animal protein. Bibimbap, pasta, curries, and everything on earth can be made vegetarian. As a vegetarian who always dated people who eat meat, that mostly comes down to two things. First, are you both respectful towards your partner eating differently, and second, how well can you integrate this into your daily life? Also, we're not made to eat primarily meat. A truly balanced human diet is, like, half meat meals and half vegetarian meals a week. That's what we're made for, biologically speaking. We were not that successful as hunters. Our body can handle eating meat daily though, as long as we don't overdo it. I, M27, got cheated on by my girlfriend, F32. I found out my girlfriend was cheating and I know what I did was wrong, but I had a gut feeling something was up, so I went through her phone and found out she had cheated and was still texting an old boyfriend that she misses him a week before I moved in. When I try to pack my stuff and leave, she panics and bawls her eyes out. I want to stay with her but I don't know if I can ever rebuild that trust with her even though she says she'll never do it again. When I'm with her everything is fine and I feel happy again, but as soon as I'm alone I get angry and depressed again. I love her so much but I'm scared she'll do it again. So my question is, if you guys were in my situation, would you leave even if you really wanted to stay? Get out of there. Leave. She's a grown woman, she should know better than that. A person who does that to you doesn't truly love you. If you take her back you may not be able to trust her again. If you stay she will never respect you. You have shown her she can fuck another guy and get away with it. It will show her you are a pussy. Leave. She cheated on you with an old boyfriend. She betrayed you. She will do it again. Run, don't walk, out of there. She did you a favor. Once a cheater always a cheater. She wants her ex. She settled for you. Never be the person someone else settles for. The only reason she bawls her eyes out is because A, she doesn't want to be alone, and B, she knows she can manipulate you that way. Time to leave, homie. My 23 female boyfriend, 22 male, said he would tell his family if I had an abortion and I'm not happy about it. My boyfriend and I were talking about what would happen if I had to get an abortion one day. We are both in agreement that I wouldn't be going through with the pregnancy, but a big conflict has arisen. I have asked that if it happened that he not tell any of his family and keep it a secret. He doesn't agree and thinks that because his family is his main support network he should be able to confide in them if he needs to. My opinion is that although it might affect him, his feelings about the hypothetical abortion are not as important as mine. For context, he is very close to his family and usually confides in them, but I am not particularly close with any of them. His family is Catholic and I believe I would be judged for it, though not necessarily openly. Do you think I am being unreasonable? Edit. Can you please stop telling me how awful my boyfriend is? We have a very loving relationship and I just wanted some perspectives on a disagreement we had. These comments are unproductive and unhelpful. Edit 2. To clear up some confusion, his family are not fanatically religious, just a big Catholic. E.g., they don't go to church unless it's Easter, Christmas. BF was born Catholic but he doesn't practice in any way and doesn't believe. Both of us are strongly pro-choice and neither of us want a child. Yes, I think you are having sex with a little boy. Don't do that. If an accident were to happen you can't tell your boyfriend because he can't be trusted to respect your privacy. ETA. Who knows what other private details of your relationship he's already blabbed about to his family. I would not have sex with a man who feels it is his right to disclose your medical procedure to his family. Do not get pregnant with this boy. He's not mature enough and doesn't respect you. He cares more about himself than you. He is willing to reveal your medical information to his family without your consent. He does not respect your boundaries. The end. I can understand where he is coming from regarding his support system, but ultimately it is your body and your medical procedure, so it's not appropriate for him to discuss that with anyone without your consent. I, 31F, am having to leave my husband, 31M, due to mental health issues. For context, I am the wife, 31F, of this post. It was Bumble BFF. I will post proof below. I offered to show him, 31M, the messages before I deleted them. He refused. He has been severely depressed for years now, blaming me for that depression as well as the state of our world. He has been saying I don't give him enough affection, sexual or otherwise, for years. Which, to be fair to him, I have endometriosis and was in a lot of pain until I had surgery. I also have ADHD, of which he cites those behaviors cause him to feel suicidal, rejection sensitivity, forgetfulness. He in February attempted to leave a vacation we were on to attempt suicide. I pleaded with him to get him home for treatment. We made it back to the US, only for him to insist on a hotel to decompress when we got back. I can't stop him from doing that, so I took him to a hotel so at least I knew where he was. Well, stupid me, he attempted a few hours later. I drove to the hotel, spoke with the police and cleaned up the hotel room of his things. Because of what I told the police, he was taken to the hospital and they attempted to commit him. They were not helpful. I ended up getting him a lawyer to get him out, all the while dealing with threats of him never wanting to see me again and how stupid I was for believing they could help him. He gets out, and multiple times a week I'm being told how I have contributed to his suicide attempt. I beg for therapy. I beg for couples therapy. I beg for him to go to literally any doctor to get the help he needs. I was already ashamed that I felt I had to resort to downloading an app to find friends. To be clear, I have not been hiding my phone. I have left it out. I have invited him to go through it. He accused me of cheating, and when I gave proof he flipped the script and tried to say, well, because you didn't tell me you downloaded it, you were being shady. I have been going to therapy since he's been in the hospital. He's had one session after I've been begging him. I had to remove the weapons from the house because I am petrified he's going to do it again. I have been checking in with his friends to be sure that he is in fact talking to someone and is alive when he leaves the house angry without talking to me. And he feels I'm talking to his friends behind his back. I in the last 2 weeks told him where I was at, that I am depressed from all of this arguing. That I was starting to hope something bad would happen to me, to see even a sliver of him caring for my well-being, and got nothing back. I'm at a loss. I'm going to visit family because I cannot be treated like this anymore. I hate this because I do love him very much and have been fighting for him to get help, but he feels he doesn't need it. How do you get through things like this? Can I ask why you got a lawyer to get him out, when it sounds like being on a psychiatric hold may have been the best thing at the time? You don't need to keep sacrificing yourself, or hoping that you will finally do the thing that makes this work. The thing you do right now is to be around people who will not put you in a situation where you are responsible for whether they live or die. Couples counseling only works with people who are emotionally, mentally okay. You don't mention sharing any kids with this guy, and that makes it much easier to file for divorce and be done with him. Just keep going to your own individual therapy as you move through this process. You just can't have a normal relationship with someone who's this sick. You have to stop imagining this is something he can control or that you contributed to it in any way. He's ill, that's not your fault nor his fault. But it does mean that at least for the foreseeable future you can't safely be around him. This honestly broke my heart. You've been doing everything you can to protect someone who keeps hurting you, and somehow you're still blaming yourself. That's not weakness, that's love stretched beyond what's fair. I really hope your time with family gives you some space to breathe. You deserve peace, too. Just know, even if he doesn't see what you're going through, someone out here does. JFC, poor girl. You're sacrificing yourself to no avail. He doesn't want to get better, he wants to keep you around to be his punching bag, chauffeur, and God knows what else. His mental illness isn't his fault, but he is responsible for getting the help he needs. He has shown you over and over that he will throw you under the bus whenever it suits him. You have no kids. Please leave, please. It sounds like you have been through a lot and he's emotionally abusing you by trying to blame you for the suicide attempt. You are doing the best thing you can by leaving this mess. It will not get better until he wants it to get better. I don't understand why you would try to get him help, then hire a lawyer to get him out. I highly doubt any doctors told him he'd never get out. You're his emotional whipping mate. He won't stop because he doesn't want help.